Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we will discuss S3 bucket in AWS. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. This is a storage service in AWS. In this video, we will cover these topics about S3 bucket. We are going to learn how to create a S3 bucket, upload files and folders in the S3 bucket, create folders in the S3 bucket, upload files in the folder created in the S3 bucket, grant public access to the individual objects which are present in the S3 bucket, delete files and folders in the S3 bucket, and at the end we will delete the S3 bucket which we are going to create in this video. Let's get started. Open a browser and enter aws.amazon.com. Let's log into the AWS Management Console. Click Sign in to the console. I am going to log in as a root user. You can log in as an IAM user also. Enter the root user email address. Click Next. Enter the password. Click Sign in. This is AWS Management Console page. Now, to create S3 bucket, you can search S3 over here and you can click here. You get this page. From here you can create the S3 bucket. There are other ways also to get to this page. Let's go back. If you get this link, you can click this link also. Okay, or you can go to services, and if you find it here, you can directly click here. But if you don't find it here, then you can click storage and click S3. So you get the same page from where you can create the S3 bucket. If you see on this page, you can get more information about S3, like this is pricing and other things like benefit and features and use cases and case studies and other things. Okay, you can go through this information if you want to know more about S3. This is the region section and it is showing global because S3 is a global service. Okay, now let's create a bucket. For that, click this button. This is the create bucket page. Okay, so if you want to know more information, you can click this link or other links available on this page. Okay, so first of all, you need to choose a AWS region, and you choose your region based on your location or location of your users or location of your server. So you can choose the region from here. Okay, so I'll go with this default AWS region, and you can choose a bucket type. I will choose a general purpose option. General purpose is recommended for most use cases and access patterns. And you have to give the bucket name over here. And there is a statement, bucket name must be unique within the global namespace. Okay, so the bucket name should be globally unique. Okay, there are some naming rules. If you click here, these are the rules for naming the S3 bucket. So it should be, the name must be between 3 and 63 characters long, and there are other rules as well. So you can go through this rule to create the bucket name. Okay, let me close this and let me give a name for the bucket and click create bucket. We must have got an error because this name is not globally unique. It is showing this message: bucket with the same name already exists. So you have to give the unique name to create the bucket. This is globally unique name, so we are not getting the error. Let's see what happens when it is not unique. It shows this message. So give the globally unique name for the bucket. This is copy settings from existing bucket. It says only the bucket settings in the following configuration are copied. So if you have existing bucket, you can copy the settings or configuration from that bucket from here. Let me click cancel for now. Next is object ownership. There are two options: ACLs disabled and ACLs enabled. When ACLs are disabled, then all objects in the bucket are owned by this account only. When ACLs are enabled, then the objects in the account can be owned by other AWS accounts also. So for now, I will go with the default option ACLs disabled. Public access settings section. From this section, we can give access of the bucket to the public, but by default, all public access have been blocked. For now, let's keep it as it is. If you open this, then you will get this warning message. This message says the objects within this bucket become public, and AWS recommends that keep the public access blocked unless public access is required. And you will have to check this box, which is an acknowledgement to make the access public. But for now, we will go with the default option, block all public access. This is bucket versioning. If you enable this, you can maintain the object versions in the bucket. This will be useful when you are modifying the current version of the object, or if you need to go back to the previous version, you can revert to the previous version. When you did mistake in the current version, or if you accidentally delete the current version of the object. For now, I am selecting the default disable option for this. This is the tag section. It shows you can use bucket tags to track storage costs and organize buckets. If you want to add tags, click here, and you can add tags as a key value pair, like maybe you can add environment and maybe test, or if you want to add more tags, you can click here. Okay. This is default encryption section, and it is saying server-side encryption is automatically applied to new objects stored in this bucket. And the default option is server-side encryption with Amazon S3 managed keys, SSE S3. And there are other options. SSE stands for server-side encryption, and DSSE stands for dual layer server-side encryption. I will go with the default option. Now here it is bucket key. If you want to know more about bucket key, you can click here. Okay. Let me close this. I am going with the default option, enable. Let's click on the advanced setting. Let's talk about object lock. Object lock will help you prevent objects from being deleted or overwritten for a fixed amount of time or indefinitely. Object lock works only in versioned objects. That means to use object lock, you need to enable the bucket versioning. For now, I am going with the default disable option. After all these configurations, now we are ready to create a bucket. Let's click this create bucket button. So this is the bucket we just created. Click view details. So we are inside this bucket. Let's go back to buckets. Okay. Let's go back to Amazon S3. Now this is our bucket we just created. Okay. Select this. You can delete the bucket if you want from here. Okay. Let's click this bucket. Over here you can create folder or you can upload objects or files. You can upload from here or you can upload from here. Now let's upload an object. The object could be anything: media files, pictures, Word, Excel, PDF or any kind of files. So let's upload a file. So you can add files or you can add folders. Let's click add files. Let me add this file. The file has been added and you can see the destination like this. Let me add a folder. So let me add this folder. So this folder, let me show you. This folder has two files inside it. So it is showing this message. This will upload all files from this folder. Only do this if you trust the site and upload two files to this site. It is asking this question. So click upload. So we got two files from the folder. This folder. Okay. Go down. And there are permissions and properties. If you click properties, the storage class by default standard is selected, and this is the property frequently accessed data more than once a month with milliseconds access, and this is bucket type, general purpose, and availability zone and other information. Okay, let's go with the default option and click upload. Status is pending and it is showing the progress here. So all three files have been uploaded to S3 bucket. Now let's go to the S3 bucket. Click this link. So we have one file and one folder. If you click the folder, you will see the files inside the folder. Okay, let's go back, and you can also create folder from here. Click create folder, give the folder name. In the server side encryption, I will go with the default option. Do not specify an encryption key and click create folder. Okay, so this new folder has been created. Let me click this folder. So inside the folder you can upload the files or objects. Let me click upload. and inside this folder you can add files or folder. So I'm adding some files. So I'm adding these 2 files. You can add more than 1 files same time. Okay, click open. So these 2 files have been added inside the folder. Okay, and click upload. The upload succeeded. You can see succeeded here also in the status section. Now let's go back to the AWS bucket. Now we see 1 file and 2 folders, and if you see inside these folders you will see the files or objects which we added earlier. Okay, let me click this object and we get the object properties from here: size, type and region, right? And these are other properties. You see the object URL here. Okay, so click this object URL. It is showing access denied because we have disabled the public access. Let's go back. Let me copy this URL and paste it in a new tab. So we get access denied. Okay, now let's try to get the access for this object. To open this object you can click open. So you get this object, or you can download. Okay, since the public access has been disabled, you only get the temporary access to open the file or to download the file for 5 minutes. To grant the public access, you can go back to the bucket and select the object. You can rename the object if you want, or you can do other actions as needed. You can copy to other buckets from here, and you can copy the URL of the object and you can try like this. Okay, we are still getting access denied because we haven't enabled public access. To grant the public access, we can make the whole bucket public, or we can make the selected individual objects public. Okay, so for that, go to the permissions. So we are inside the bucket. Okay, and click the permissions. Okay, and we have blocked all public access, right? Let's remove this block. For that, click edit, uncheck this box. Okay, so that the block to all public access will be removed. Click save changes. It is showing a message. To confirm the settings, enter confirm in the field. Okay, type confirm and click confirm. Okay, now we have removed the block to all public access. Now go to the bucket policy. So this will provide access to the objects stored in the bucket, and this is written in JSON. Okay, and bucket policy do not apply to objects owned by other accounts. Okay, so let's go to object ownership. Okay, so we are going to control the public access to the objects in the bucket through object ownership. So through object ownerships, we use access control list. Okay. Object ownerships determines who can specify access to objects. Okay. So click edit, and previously we selected this. All objects in this bucket are owned by this account and this. So select this one. Objects in this bucket can be owned by other accounts also, other AWS account, and we get these warnings. Okay, just check this acknowledgement, and here, so the objects in the buckets are owned by the bucket owner, and here the object writer remains the object owner. Okay, so let's go with this one. Click Save Changes. Check this box. Click Save Changes. Okay. Now let's go back to the bucket. Click the bucket. So this is our bucket. And let's try to make this object public. Okay. So let's try to open this before we make it public. So click this and copy this URL and paste it here. So the access is still denied, right? So let's go back, select this object, click action, and this make public using ACL. Click this, click make public. Now let's open this object, refresh this page. Now you can open this object. Okay, let's go back to the bucket. Click this link. You can also upload the objects from the command line interface and software development kits SDK, but they are not in the scope of this video. In this video, we are uploading the object using the upload option. Let's upload a new object and give it the public access. Click upload, add files. Let me add this object. Okay, click upload. So it is uploading. The upload is successful. Okay, this is the object we just added. Let's go back to the bucket. Now we have added this one. Let's open this and let's click this URL. So access is denied because we have made public this object only, but this object is not yet public. That is why it is showing access denied. Okay, so let's make this object public. For that, click this, click action, and make public using ACL. Okay, and click make public. Now this must be public. Let's see here. Let's refresh this page. See, we can open this. Okay, so this is how we can make the objects in the bucket public. Okay, let's go back to the bucket. Suppose we want to delete this object, then just select the object and click delete. You see a message. To confirm deletion, type permanently delete in the text input field. Okay, so you need to type permanently delete. Click delete objects. The object has been deleted. Let's go back. Click close button. That object is not here. Okay, suppose we want to delete a folder. Okay, let's try to delete the folder. Click delete. If a folder is deleted, all the objects in the folder will be deleted. Okay, so for that you need to type permanently delete here, delete objects. Okay, the folder has been deleted. Let's go back to the bucket. The folder is deleted. Suppose we want to delete this bucket. Okay, for that go back to this S3 bucket page, select the bucket. Okay, before that, let me tell you something about giving access to public. You can make the objects or bucket public by adding bucket policy or through ACL, which is access control list. We have used ACL in this video. Now to delete the bucket, let's go back to the S3 bucket page, select the bucket and click delete. Okay, so it is showing this message, bucket is not empty. Bucket must be empty before they can be deleted. To delete all objects in the bucket, use the empty bucket configuration. Okay, to confirm deletion, enter the name of the bucket in the text input field. Let's click empty bucket configuration. There is a question, permanently delete all objects in the bucket from this bucket name. To confirm deletion, type permanently delete in the text input field. And click empty, or you can go to the bucket and delete all the objects inside this bucket, or you can click empty over here. All the objects inside the bucket have been deleted. Okay, successfully emptied bucket, and this is the bucket name. Click exit. Okay, now we should be able to delete this bucket. You can empty the bucket from here also. Okay, let's click delete. Delete bucket. It is asking if we want to delete the bucket. To confirm deletion, enter the name of the bucket in the text input field. So enter the name, click delete bucket. The bucket has been deleted. Successfully deleted the bucket. Okay, so in this video we learned how to create a S3 bucket, upload files and folders in the S3 bucket, create folders in the S3 bucket, upload files in the folder created in the S3 bucket, grant public access to the individual objects in the S3 bucket, delete files and folders which are in the S3 bucket, and at the end we deleted the S3 bucket which we created in this video. That is all in this video. Thank you for watching this video.